Round 3 of the Vassal World Cup. We're looking at some matchups. Some of them have unfortunately already played because the round 2 finished up early, and so round 3 got the opportunity to start early, and so I wasn't ready to record. Oops.
I was busy on Friday too. I had very important video games to play, so it's all right. We forgive you.
That's fair. That's fair. On a completely unrelated note, Valheim is awesome and it's really good, and you should come play with us on the Discord. Yeah. So let's talk about the top table game has already been played, and it was Angry Ewok versus Roald, and both of them came in with 18 points,
18.
And well, Ewok won. I guess it was a 287 to 197 game. Ewok played Abandoned Mining Facility, or rather, it was Ewok's Abandoned Mining Facility, and I don't know if he won by farming. I don't know if he won by farming the tokens or what, but Ewok is your winner and is currently firmly in the lead. Not uncatchable, but firmly in the lead with 25 points and an MOV of 628. And then we've got another couple of games that have been played as well. Table 5, Roquax and Resprodius just finished up their game today.
I couldn't see what was going on. It was so obstructed. It was a Kraken on Kraken joke. That's what I'm here for.
Well, it was a high scoring game, surprisingly, for a Kraken versus Kraken. 290 versus 169. Roquax winds up getting the win. It was most wanted, and Resprodius was the most wanted player. That sounds like what you'd choose in a Kraken on Kraken fight, that's for sure.
It's the least terrible of your options.
So that brings Roquax up into a tie in the Swiss for third, with a surprise submarine from last week. Or rather, I should say a surprise submarine for this week and last week.
It all blurs.
GP, Gilad Paleon, gets a 10-point win and a 10-point win and a how much MOV?
Enough.
Yes. 3. He just missed out on the 400. It was 396 MOV. He's currently sitting in a solid third, but there's still plenty of games left to play. So let's take a look at some of those games.
All right. Want to start with Table 2?
Yeah, let's talk about Table 2. So we've got on Table 2 we've got Real Veers versus Red Scourge. So Red Scourge is running Agate, Real Veers is running Sloan. Both of them have only given up 3 total points.
Oof.
So far, both tied at 17. Whoever comes out as the winner is going to be at least 23 Swiss, and that's going to put them into second. At least.
Yeah. Veer's running the, for lack of a better term, the Dennis list from Worlds a year or two ago. Quasar, Architens, Raider. and Red Scourge running the Hawk 290s, and that is definitely the old existent screen of 3Z95s and Lieutenant Blount. They are definitely here.
That they are. That they are.
I don't even know if I'd qualify them as a good time, but they are here for a time.
They are present for in the moment.
Yeah. And meanwhile, it's a Sloan ball coming right at him, and that Starhawk, can he beat enough points out of everything? Is the question.
Mm-hmm. A very good question. All right. So, I mean, you gotta expect the Sloan ball to take this one, right? What are we?
I would think so, but with the 290s, you can do some good things with CR90s.
That you can. All right. Well, let's move on to the next game. It's someone that everyone familiar. Yeah, Louis Andre fighting a Kraken again. I feel like this is something that already happened.
I'm sure we can just gloss on by. I'm sure Louis Andre will just blow through his opponent. Nothing will, hey, who's driving? And he's going to find us at some point.
Oh, so yeah, his Agate handled the last Kraken that he was up against, but this time he's up against Truthiness's Kraken, and it looks
squad heavier and a little faster.
Mm-hmm. Looks kind of the same, but not exactly the same. So we'll see if he can repeat or if Truthiness learned the lessons that Rasprodius did not. And then we've got to go to a 16-pointer paired against a 14-pointer because there were no 15s going into this round. We've got James Morgan versus Auresius.
Ooh, yeah, James Morgan with that 3-ship mean of Quasar, Demolisher, and Onager, and then Auresius running the Agate, Liberty, and Friends, and the Pips, if you will.
Auresius, both of them strong European players. I had someone tell me something about James Morgan. Let me see if I can find it here.
I can make up facts about Auresius while you look for it. I've heard Auresius' mustache is so big it actually rivals yours. I've heard James Morgan is only, much like Bill Belichick, only wears one hoodie that he cut the sleeves off of. It's a Star Wars hoodie because we're nothing if not on topic here. Did you find that fact yet, or do you want me to just keep blathering?
Oh no. So from the last round, Gorit versus James Morgan was almost the last real-life match both players had at a tournament in March 2020. But apparently James was able to play in a tournament last September. And I am reminded going back to Real Veers. Real Veers was in the top 8 in the Vassal World Cup last year, which is why he seems so familiar to all of us. So let's talk about
Veers or Auresius?
Veers. Auresius did much better than that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's look at. Really, there's not a lot of people that can submarine and still make the top cut. Really, you at this point you need 2 good games to submarine back in, and they have to both be the games that you're playing right now. So I want to look. I want to look at people that you think have a chance to win to win 2 games by large margins to get right back into it and get close to, if not above, we'll say 29 points. Who's got a path?
Still left to play?
Of the ones that are still left to play.
I wouldn't count out table 6. Just based on I caught the recap of Truthiness versus Mandalorian Moose, Sam, last round, and I don't know what goat Truth sacrificed to the black goat of the woods, but I didn't want to mess with him that day. I've seen Dodonna envied what happened to Mandalorian Moose. If I remember right, he ran over an asteroid with his onager, pulled projector missile line for the first one. The second time he ran over the asteroid, he got the can't shoot obstructed targets where Truth was running Kraken. And then I think I heard he got the your engineering is halved on the onager, so that went down.
Gross.
Yeah. So
and plus it's Sam. It's Mando Moose. You can never count Sam out of anything.
Right. The Cadet VW he's playing on table 6. It's a list I would run, which I don't know that's meant as a compliment. That's gonna come out like it's not, but it is meant as a compliment. It's a Schmitty-esque one with a Agate assault frigate and rebel bullshit, and I say that with all the love I have of running rebel bullshit. So yeah, with intensify firepower Pelta backing it up, and you know you don't need me to tell you that those ships do work. So
okay,
so that's gonna be
There are. So let's look down at table 7 for a second. Another game that hasn't been played, and these either one of the I'm not sure anyone can win big here with Clone Trooper versus Gorit, both really good players. I'm thinking more like a closely fought game, and a closely fought game here may be enough to keep both of them on the outside looking in for the final round.
Yep.
But if we look down to table 8, I think this is our last chance for a submarine here. And on one hand, you've got Saska, and Saska's not known for winning big or losing big, but on the other side, you have Alzer. And Alzer submarined his way out of round 2 to get to where he is right now. He got incredibly lucky to make the cut to make it out of the pod phase, but he has that potential to get those 10-1s when he needs them.
Yeah. It's Saska's flying that assault frigate in 230s with Lando Shara Tycho, and if he can find a way to neutralize those 6 squads of Alzers, the 6 generic ties, that's Lando can do some solid work for him, hopefully, and it's just a matter of getting out fully as those 30s come screaming in with the assault frigate. So it's a frightening list.
All right. So that's really it that we've got to talk about. Do you have any final thoughts?
I'm looking forward to seeing. There's other lower tables that I've already played that I'm looking forward to, but the problem is
they've already played.
They've either already played or they need to win intensely, hugely to get here. Like, I'm the lone SSD on table 14 with Dreadlord Loki versus Paul Gator.
Mhm.
I'm still glad the SSD exists. I wish it was better. I'm sure we all do, but
Mhm.
I'm glad Paul's trying to do it and trying to get it going.
Mhm. They
I'm
need 10 ones to even be in the running,
yep, yep.
and it's two 10 ones, and you're hoping for help.
If I remember my I was about to reference Angels in the Outfield, and that is not the movie I want to say. I believe it's the Big Green of Hey, It Could Happen, which now there's a deep pull for you.
That is a D. Oh.
Uh,
Alternatively,
yeah,
quack,
I got it.
quack, quack, quack. All right,
I'm all
so
about that. Have you seen the new reboot they're doing with the mom from the Gilmore Girls as the mom of a new Mighty Ducks kid on Disney Plus?
can't say that I have. I'm afraid.
It looks intriguing. I'll watch it, but I have a very low tolerance for decent media, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. All right.
This is why you guys all came here. Me discussing Mighty Ducks movies.
Yep. Well, that's about it for this go around. I'm afraid. So we'll see if we can get on at the right time to do a preview for round 4 a little bit better, and then we can certainly do some good previews for the top 4.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Fun.
You folks take care.
Yep. Night or morning or whenever you're listening.